and to Swiss Tradition and to Robertson West. We'll do those Grand and Reserve Grand Champion female pictures at the completion of our show, once our bulls are done and our group classes are done. So if you can just leave those animals at the hitching ring, we'll get their picture with show champions at the completion of our show. We'll move right into our bull show, and we have our calendar year bull calves. We're expecting 4 bull calves to come into the ring. The class will double as our bull calf division champion. So first place in this class will be receiving $700, and the reserve $300.
Attention all exhibitors in the barn. Class number 1, our Maine Influence heifer calf should be making their way to the marshalling area. It is 4 minutes to 10. Class number 1, Maine Influence heifer calf should be on their way to the marshalling area.
City, why do you get me down? Indigo City, kicking me to the ground.
And Judge Lysing, your class is complete. 4 bull calves in your show program and 4 bull calves in the ring. Once again, first place will be our AOB bull calf champion and receives $700 from Farm Fair International. The reserve, the second place bull, receives $300. Thank you to Alliance Seeds, one of our Farm Fair International sponsors. And thank you to Be Clean, the official sponsor of the Honey Show.
I'll wait to see your golden smile, feel of 1,000 kisses.
Another of our sponsors is BMO Commercial Bank, offering comprehensive services and industry expertise to meet unique needs. We're very proud to have BMO as a sponsor of Farm Fair International 2022. Bow Valley Genetics is a bovine reproductive center that was incorporated in 2009 at Brooks, Alberta. Bow Valley Genetics is a partnership between Dr. Rob and Dr. Candy Stables with WestJet, Canada's oldest AI cooperative that is 100% farmer-owned. Bow Valley Genetics' longtime supporter of Farm for International.
I've become lost in their spell. So come closer, my dear, because all is well. Oh, I hope this feeling lasts till the oceans turn to glass and the world around us turns and fades to black. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun. When the sun goes down and the world spins round, we'll lay right next to you. I can't close my eyes even though I try. These perfect moments of you, I fall asleep sitting embraced in the morning, awake to that perfect side of you. Together we'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun in this moment forever young. Against the stream of time we'll run, baby. We'll hold back the sun in this moment forever.
And as we move into our bull division, folks, in our AOB show, comments from Judge Lysing.
This was a difficult class just because there's not only diversity within breeds, there's diversity within age. When I looked at this class, I tried to focus more on scrotal development and foot size, and that's where I think this Galloway excels. He's big nutted, big boned, big footed, and very complete and stylish, masculine through his head, but clean through his shoulder, and long-loined. The bull I have in second is the most powerful bull in the class. He's middle for age, but definitely the highest for growth and scrotal. Maybe not as fancy in design, but square and big-hipped, and you have to appreciate that when you get behind him. The bull calf I have in third was when I walked in the ring, he really caught my eye, really loved his style, really loved how he moved. His top is nice and straight, even on the move, and he hits every hole perfectly. Where I really started to struggle with him is his scrotal size. I will grant it that he is an April calf and comparing to a January and February, and it's just tough to compare. But he needs to drop that scrotal a little more to get above the calves and head of him. The bull in fourth, I think, matches very, very well, just maybe not as sound on the move. He might get a little higher in his loin there, but overall, I think a very complete bull as well, stylish, great back leg, and front shoulder structure. Thank you.
And thanks to our judge, Mark Lysing. Our bull calf champion, first place in class, and the recipient of $700 RWL Knockout 11K from Brian Robertson of Robertson West Livestock at Caroline, Alberta. Entry number 18 is our bull calf champion. And Swiss Tradition Cash 1K is our reserve bull calf champion. For Swiss Tradition Bronvi, Ian and Verena Pedian. Entry number 17 is second in class, our $300 cash recipient, and our reserve bull calf champion. If you're marking your show program on our bull calf class in the AOB show, entry number 19 is third, entry 20 places fourth, entry 17 is second, our reserve bull calf champion, entry number 18 is first, our bull calf champion. We have one class of yearlings coming into the ring that will double as a junior championship, and then we'll be right into our grand champion drive on the AOB bulls. But Tracy, I think ring number 2 is starting off our main Anjou show. Tell us what's going on.
Well, thank you, Rob. Yes, over in the Martin Deer line, show ring number 2, we're getting started with class number 1. This is our Maine Influence Heifer Calf calendar year female. We have 2 entries in this class. And of course, we'd like to take a moment to introduce our official today, Mr. Casey Phillips. So Casey, along with Alana, Perry, and Cord, own and operate KR Charolais, who are committed breeders of quality Charolais cattle for over 30 years. Up in the northern part of our province, at Wassetna, Alberta, they are a 5th generation century farm. They have 120 purebred Charolais cows and operate about 5,000 acres of seeded cropland, and of course are certainly no stranger to the show ring and the sale ring. We are so incredibly proud to have Casey here adjudicating the main show. We'll talk a little bit more about that. We'd also like to thank Gwen Brandel, who is adjudicating in the ring, Ken Pashulka and Brian Brown in the marshalling area, and the Noble Girls, who are helping us on the award table. Again, a big shout out to our Canadian and Alberta Maine Anjou Association and Rasilvia Cattle Company as our major sponsors here in the main show. And with that, we're going to have comments on our first class of Maine Influence heifer calves from Judge Phillips.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd just like to start off the day by thanking the Maine Anjou Association for asking me to judge. Farm Fair is definitely one of my favorite shows of the year, so it's a pleasure to be out here sorting through some cattle. We started the class off with a real nice, deep, soggy type heifer. I really love the middle third in this heifer, lots of rib shape. Get in behind her, she's wide topped, yet nice enough fronted. Gets out and moves nice, real sound and attractive, really good female. Second place female, a little nicer actually through the front end, and the heifer that beats her today just maybe gives up in terms of performance and substance to beat the heifer that's above her today, but 2 really good, sound, useful type females to start off the show.
Thank you, Judge Phillips. So your champion Maine Influence heifer calf goes to the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent, Alberta, with Miss Rasilvia 42K. She's your Maine Influence heifer calf champion, and your reserve heifer calf champion in the Maine Influence division from Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul, Carps Miss Chrissy 222K. Congratulations to our 2. They will, of course, be coming back to declare our champion Maine Influence female, but congratulations to entry 746, your class winner, and entry 745, reserve. Our next class into the ring will be class number 2 here in the show ring number 2. These are our yearling Maine Influence females. Judge Phillips, there should be 3 entries in this class, 3 entries in class number 2.
In show ring number 1, as we wind down our AOB show, this is our yearling bull class. 2 entries in this class. They will be first and second. They'll become our junior and reserve junior champion AOB bull. And first place, the recipient of the $700 cash, reserve the $300 cash. And then, folks, there are no mature bulls, so we will be going right into Grand Champion Bull in our AOB section once Judge Mark Lysing has completed this class.
Just a quick correction on the Maine Influence side. Our division winners in the Maine Influence do not advance to a championship. They are their division championship in their own right, so we will congratulate them in each of their unique classes. They will not be advancing to overall on the Maine Influence side. My apologies to the exhibitors in the marshalling ring. When you are a division champion, we are going to celebrate just that.
Canadian Roundtable for Sustainable Beef is a collaborative, multi-stakeholder initiative focused on advancing environmental, social, and economic sustainability in the Canadian beef industry. Many thanks to the CRSB, Canadian Roundtable for Sustainable Beef, one of our Farm Fair International 2022 sponsors. And also thank you to Country Junction Feeds for being the official ration provider of Farm Fair International. Country Junction Feeds, located just south of Edmonton, we're happy to have you on board.
And with that, Rob, we're going to have comments in show ring number 2 on our Maine Influence yearling heifer from Judge Casey Phillips.
Now we got a real powerful female here to win this class. She wins it quite handily. She's real stout, real sound, real solid. I love the big timber under this heifer. She's presented awesome today, fit up really nice. A real attractive in through that front end, just a real good solid type female. Second place, a little different type than the heifer that wins the class, but she placed in second today over the third place heifer just in terms of soundness, the way she plants her foot when she's out moving. Got her ahead of the heifer that's in third today, but both those females are good in their own right. Just a little greener than the heifer that wins, but 3 real good solid females again.
Thank you, Casey. So your champion Maine Influence yearling heifer goes to entry number 747 from Double RN Ranching Corp., the Nobles of Lloydminster, with RASA Ellie May 406J. Your reserve Maine Influence champion heifer from Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul, Carp Smith Judy 162J. That is entry 748. And in third place, entry 749, the entry from Pick 6 Cattle of Gull Lake, Saskatchewan with Pick 6 Miss 112J. Next class into the ring will be a single entry, class number 5, our Maine Influence Bull Calf.
And in show ring number 1, our AOB show ring, our champion and reserve champion yearling bull. They're placed as they stand, and folks, comments from our judge.
So you could switch this pair of bulls whichever way you wanted all day. Just they're very different in type and kind. But I decided to go with this Bronve bull. When you get behind him, he has big scrotal, a big top, and a nice square hip. It's great to see for the industry. I think that could provide a lot forward. When you look at the blonde Aquitaine bull, he's super long through his spine. He's very balanced front to back in comparison with the bull above him, but he doesn't have that width of top that I would like to see, or that scrotal to get above the other bull, but a bull that's very comparable and competitive. Thanks.
And thank you to our judge. First place in our junior champion AOB bull is entry number 21, Swiss Tradition Jax 4J from Swiss Tradition Bronve, the Pedans, and our reserve division champion Little Creek Johnny Ringo 10J from the Camel Chucks of Little Creek Farms at Collinton, Alberta. Entry number 21, our junior champion bull. Entry number 22, our reserve. Now will be our grand champion AOB bull class. But Judge Casey Phillips has comments to make in show ring number 2 on this class of the Maine Anjou show. Folks, here's Judge Phillips.
We got a real nice single entry here. It's too bad there wasn't more calves in his class because he could sure stand some competition. He's real nice. He's real nice fronted. He's flat shouldered. He's big rib. You get in behind him, he's really wide top. He's deep quartered, nice set of testicles on him for his age, and really good footed. He's got everything you need for a real a stand-up type herd bull, and I think he's got a great future. That's a really good bull calf.
Thank you, Casey. So your Maine Influence Bull Calf champion and $700 richer is the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent with Mr. Rasilvia 120K. That's entry 750. Single entry, your Maine Influence Bull Calf champion goes to Mr. Rasilvia 120K. And with that, we're going to move into our purebred show. Class number 8 should be in the marshalling ring. But I believe, Rob, you've got a pretty cool lineup over there in our show ring number 1.
Yes, our Grand Champion Bull class. Just before we have comments from our judge, we want to reintroduce you to our contenders. Our Bull Calf champion, RWL Knockout 11K from Robertson West Livestock of Caroline, Alberta. Entry number 18 is our Bull Calf champion. Entry 17, our Reserve Bull Calf champion, Swiss Tradition Cash 1K from Swiss Tradition Bronvie. Our junior champion or yearling champion bull is Swiss Tradition Jax 4J from the Pedans of Swiss Tradition Bronvie. Entry number 22 is our reserve, Little Creek Johnny Ringo 10J. The Blonde Aquitaine bull from Little Creek Farms, the Camel Chucks of Collinton, Alberta. Folks, here is our judge to tell us about his Grand Champion class. Folks, Mark Lysing.
So the bulls we have in this championship class, I think, are all very complete in their type and kind, have decent scrotal, and they'll work on a variety of cows, and that's kind of what I was going for. I would like to ask everyone to give them a round of applause for their hard work. So with that, I'm going to go pick up with the Grand and Reserve, just the bulls that I think will work on the most cows and provide the most to the industry. But thank you for having me today. It's been a pleasure.
And many thanks to our judge, Mark Lysing. Mark was raised on a 5th-generation cattle operation near Armenia, Alberta, where he continues to raise cattle with his brother. He is the current lead on government relations and policy with the Alberta beef producers, so Mark works every day on our behalf as producers in Alberta as a member of the ABP team. He's a talented cattleman with his master's in range and wildlife management and a graduate of CCA's mentorship program, the Cattlemen's Young Leaders. We're happy to have him as our judge of the AOB show as he looks for his Grand and Reserve Grand Champion AOB bull. And he's going to go with the junior champion. Our Bronvie bull is our Grand Champion, entry number 21. Swiss Tradition Jax 4J from Ian and Verena Peden of Swiss Tradition Bronvie. That is our Grand Champion bull. The reserve from the same division, Little Creek Johnny Ringo 10J. The Camel Chucks of Collinton, Alberta, Little Creek Farms, have the reserve Grand Champion bull with Johnny Ringo. So our junior and reserve junior go Grand and Reserve and take the $700 and $300 prizes for Grand and Reserve Grand Champion. And of course, the Pedans will be bringing Jax into Supreme Saturday, into the Farm Fair Supreme and the Alberta Supreme. Folks, we have 3 group classes in our AOB section, and there's prize money for those too. $700 for Champion, $300 for Reserve, as we move now into Breeders' Herd, Progeny of Dam, and Get of Sire. So folks, please bring in your groups.
Take it off to set me free, I beg. Take it off to set me free, I beg. Yeah. early in the driving rain, found John's out hitting on the liquor again. It wasn't too late, about 10:30 when he let loose what the cat dragged in. It was a Sunday. And that morning came in, morning when he tried to make me pay the rent. Said, I ain't got no money for you, can I pay my way with these dancing shoes? Thought I was kidding. Brother, brother, what you owe me, I can't count on anymore, till the police come and knocking on our door. We'll be burning down the house.
And with that, we'll have comments from Judge Phillips on our class number 8.
We got some variants and types and styles in this class, but I think we got a pretty standout type heifer to win the class. She's moderate in her frame size, but she's real stout. She's sound, gets out and moves nice, and that's going to be important for me today. These cattle all got to work out in the real world, and they all got to get out and move, and that one certainly does it. She's deep-bodied, she's wide, she's just a real nice, attractive heifer. A little different style heifer in second, a larger framed heifer, but you got to admire her for the length of body and her soundness. She's a nice-footed, nice-headed heifer. Again, just a different type than the heifer that beats her today. A little bit more moderate heifer in third. She places 3 instead of 4, just in terms of her width and her balance, as compared to the heifer that's in fourth. She's a little bit more moderate and a little bit more easy-doing type heifer, in my opinion today. But heifer in fourth is just a little greener than the ones above her, but a nice heifer as well, just a little different type.
Thank you, Judge Phillips. So your champion yearling heifer receiving $700 goes to the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent with Miss Rasilvia 7J. That's entry 752. Your reserve junior champion female from Gilcroft Farms of Demortsville, Ontario, and $300 cash goes to Gilcroft 23J. That's entry 753. Third in class, entry 754, Pick 6 Daddy's Girl 106J from Pick 6 Cattle of Gull Lake, Saskatchewan. And in fourth place, entry 751, Gilcroft 7J from Gilcroft Farms. Congratulations to our 4 entries in class number 8. Of course, our top 2 advancing to our overall champion female class. Our next entry into the ring will be a single entry representing class number 13, our mature cow-calf player. 1 entry, Judge Phillips, in class number 13.
Just a reminder, we have our breeders' herd coming into the ring in our AOB show ring number 1. We have 3 of our good size herds that'll be making their way into the ring, representing the 3 breeds we've had, Blonde Aquitaine, Galloway, and Bronvie. And we'll also be announcing our Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor awards at that time. So just a reminder, oh, here they come.
Over in ring number 2, Rob, we're going to have quick comments from Judge Phillips on our single entry mature cow class.
We got a nice pair here, just a single entry, but 2 real nice, fresh type females. You know, they're not over conditioned, they're really sound and functional. I really like the calf. You know, she's got a little more dimension and size than her mom, and that's you know, that's an attribute to the breeder. You know, you got to keep advancing, and I think they've done that in this pair. Really nice, solid, useful type pair.
Thank you, Casey. So your class winner from Manitou, Maine, Anjou of Marsden, Saskatchewan is entry 755 with Manitou Festival. Our next class into the Martin Deerline show ring number 2 is class 15, This will be our purebred heifer calf class.
It pays to stay. Book through Edmonton's besthotels.com and receive up to $225 in rewards. Edmonton's Best Hotels, proud sponsor of Farm Fair International. In ring number 1, we have our breeders herd in the ring. We have our breeders herd from the Camelchuck family of Collinton, Alberta. That's our blonde Aquitaine breeders herd. Our Galloway breeders herd from Brian Robertson and crew of Caroline, Alberta, Robertson West Livestock. And Ian and Verena Peden with Swiss Tradition Bronvie have our Bronvie one. And while our judge Mark Lysing is taking a look at our breeders herd, we would like to congratulate our premier breeder of the AOB show, Little Creek Farms. Congratulations to the Camelchucks, Little Creek Farms. Michelle, if you want to, or Dana, their banner, you could take it on over to them if you'd like. And our premier exhibitor of the AOB show, congratulations, Swiss Tradition Bronvie. Congratulations to the Pedens. You are the premier exhibitor of your AOB show 2022. So our blonde Aquitaine breeders, Little Creek Farms, our premier breeder, our premier exhibitor, our Bronvie breeders, Swiss Tradition Bronvie. Congratulations to the Camelchucks and the Pedens. Once again, $700 on the line for our champion breeders herd and $300 to our reserve. And we'll have some comments from Judge Lysing on his Breeders' Herd Championship.
So when I looked at these, I tried to find the uniformity and that their sire and their pedigrees are working the way they should, and they're making very similar animals. I think when it comes to that, one group definitely stands out. I did want to mention that I really like individuals in all of these programs, but I think one program has done the best of making them consistent, and that's the Galloway herd. We'll put you in first just because if you go behind them, they all look alike, they all have belly, they all have beautiful front ends on them, and there's obvious consistency there. Then when we go down, in second we'll have the Bronvie group. These bulls are big and they're powerful and they're burly. The females might not be as feminine as the ones in the Galloway herd, but the bulls certainly stand up, and then the heifers breed true. The blonde Aquitaine group, you see a little more variation in size and type and structure, but overall you can tell that like length of spine, foot structure, and hip structure are all very consistent. Thank you.
And thank you, Judge Lysing. The $700 prize for our champion breeders herd in the AOB show here in Martin Deerline ring number 1 is Robertson West Livestock. Congratulations, Brian Robertson of Caroline, Alberta. The Galloway group is our champion breeders herd. The reserve, the Bronvies. Entry number 23 in your show program for Ian and Verena Peden of Swiss Tradition Bronvie. They are our reserve champion and receiving our $300 check. And Little Creek Farms, the Camelchuck family, coming in third. Folks, we're going to deviate from your show program a bit and allow our exhibitors to add to or delete for their Get of Sire. We'll have you now give us your Get of Sire class. We have 2 entries in it from Robertson West and Little Creek. So you can add to or delete. If you've got your Get a Sire in the ring, you're welcome to leave them here.
This night, I guess I'll take you home again.
Our Get of Sire is 3 offspring from 1 sire,
So wrong,
at least one of which is owned by the exhibitor.
keep you warm inside.
Our Galloway group is in place. We're looking for 2 more to join our Blonde Aquitaine group. As Edmonton's destination management and marketing organization, Explore Edmonton drives visitation year-round and elevates the Edmonton experience. The organization is proud to produce its signature events, K-Days, Farm Fair International, and the Edmonton Pro Rodeo, as well as stewarding urban agriculture within the Edmonton Urban Farm. Learn more about how they help our city shine at exploreedmonton.com. Martin Deerline is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations across Alberta. Visit them in-store or online at martindeerline.com. And I believe I got my coffee over from the Martin Deerline folks this morning, so we're happy for them to have a major presence here at Farm Fair International and around the Martin Deerline show ring. Martin Deerline, the official tractor supplier of Farm Fair International. And here come our final 2 to make up our Blonde Aquitaine Get of Sire. Judge Mark Lysing, your class is complete. And comments from our Judge Mark Lysing on his Get a Sire class in the All Other Breeds.
Both of these groups are quite consistent. You can see the traits that move between all these calves, and what these breeders were trying to do is very apparent in their programs. I do think that the Galloway program comes out again. It has some outstanding individuals, and those traits in those individuals carry through all of them. Then in second we'll have the Blonde Aquitaine. I do really like some of the individuals in this class, but they just maybe don't have that consistency in frame size and top that the Galloways do. But an overall very complete set of calves.
And Judge Lysing has determined our champion Get a Sire is from Robertson West Livestock. The Galloway Get is our $700 Grand Champion Get, and our reserve $300 Get of Sire is to the Camelchucks of Little Creek Farms, their Blonde Aquitaine Get. 1 class remains, and that is our Progeny of Dam, 2 animals from the same dam. That's a single entry class. So we will ask the Camelchucks to add 2 or delete for their Progeny of Dam, 2 animals from the same dam.
I'm here for you, babe. I loved you the same this whole time. So tell me, what's on your mind? And I'm not here to hear you say you're fine. I can take the pain you hold inside. I wanna know, wanna see it. Can I feel your grip tonight? Can't get this off my mind. Does it only control you? Let me in, I'll help you out. I won't lose you this time.
And we're ready with comments in ring number 2 from Judge Casey Phillips. Folks, here's Casey.
We got a real nice set of heifer calves in this class, right from top to bottom. Little variance in types, but real sound, solid, functional females right through. Heifer that wins the class just kind of wins it in her overall balance. Really love the attractiveness of this heifer. Love her front end, really flat shouldered and yet really wide top. Big middle, big hip, get out and move, real nice sound. That's a really good heifer calf. Second place heifer, a little plainer in her makeup today, maybe not quite as much front end extension as the heifer that beats her, but I really like this heifer for her mass and her middle and her overall function and balance. Two real good heifers. Third place heifer, I really like too. Real solid, stout, sound, just maybe not as quite as much performance as the two heifers that beat them today. And these heifers are all within just a couple weeks of age, but those three females at the top are really nice. Then the three females at the bottom end of the class are really good too, just a little greener in their makeup, maybe not the overall muscle shape as the heifers that win the class, but three real good functional females as well.
Thank you, Judge Phillips. So first in class from Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul with entry 760, that's Carps Harley's Whiskey Kraz. Second in class and your reserve purebred heifer calf champion from Blue Sky Maines of Daysland with Miss Ronsko JOR 60K with entry 761. In third place from Rasilvia Cattle Company of Derwent, Miss Rasilvia 87K with entry 757. Fourth in class, entry 756, Miss Ronsko JOR 76K from Blue Sky Maines. Fifth in class, entry 758, Pick 6 Charisma 204K from Pick 6 Cattle. And sixth in class from Pick 6 Cattle, Pick 6 Chinook 214K, that's entry 759. And Rob, over to you in ring number 1, comments.
You bet. We have a final set of comments from Judge Mark Lysing on our AOB show. Folks, put your hands together for Judge Mark Lysing. He's done a great job with us this morning. We appreciate his work with the AOB. And here's his comment on the single entry Progeny of Dam class.
So you can see these calves are from a similar cow, or same cow. That what they've done with hindquarter structure, that big hip and that rib shape. So I think they would be more competitive with more competition. But I think this a really good pair of calves from this cow.
And one final thanks to Judge Lysing. Congratulations to the Kamelchuk family. Little Creek Farms has our champion Progeny of Dam, bringing in two outstanding females from an outstanding female. That is the $700 winner of our Progeny of Dam. Congratulations to the Kamelchuks. Folks, that's all she wrote for our AOB show. We will be busy here in ring number 1, commencing in an hour and 21 minutes with the Speckle Park show. But folks, that's what we've got for our AOB show, a great show they've put on for us to kick off Farm Fair International 2022. And please cheer on Swiss Tradition Braunvieh with their Grand Champion Female and Grand Champion Bull as they represent the AOB and the Farm Fair Supreme and Alberta Supreme on Saturday afternoon, right here in Hall B. Martin Deerline show ring.
Well, thank you, Rob. And over in show ring number 2, we're ready for comments in our full-blood heifer calf division from Judge Casey Phillips.
We got two nice heifer calves in this class. I really like the female that wins it. She wins it today because she's a little bit more modern, more muscle, more soundness than the heifer that's in second. They're both free, easy moving type females, just a little more usefulness to this heifer that wins the class today in terms of overall balance and muscle shape, but two nice females.
Thank you, Casey. So your full-blood heifer calf champion and receiving $700 from Manitou, Maine, Anjou of Marsden, Saskatchewan with entry 762. That's Manitou Classic 18K. And your reserve full-blood heifer calf champion entry 763. Gilcroft Cali 3K from Gilcroft Farms.
As we wrap up our AOB show, in addition to thanking our Judge Mark Lysing, we want to thank Reed Rigney, a longtime exhibitor at Farm Fair International, for being our ringman for the day, as well as Sawyer Vaughn and Janet Kamelchuk for their work in the back as marshals, and Dana Voss and Michelle Rigney for being our clerks and awards presenters. Many thanks to all the volunteers who make up the show staff of the All Other Breeds show.
It always takes a village to run our shows, so thank you to all of our volunteers in both rings. Certainly getting our championship class in line. We want to thank again Brian and Ken for marshaling. And I think that we're nearly ready to bring in our division champions. We'll introduce them as they come.
Guess the places that I've been. You never guess the places that I've been. Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. I'm never gonna let the day begin. Never gonna let the day begin. Cause everything is like a dream, yeah, but only in that dream that I live in. Oh, don't wake me up before you go. And I'll just
This is an excellent opportunity to thank our major show sponsors for the Maine Anjou show. We tip our hats to the Canadian Maine Anjou Association, Alberta Maine Anjou Association, and Rasilvia Cattle Company. There's some pretty amazing division banners here to recognize the excellence in each of their divisions, and we're going to just reintroduce those champions to you. Our junior champion female, the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company with entry 752, that's Miss Rasilvia 7J. Our reserve junior champion female from Gilcroft Farms, that's Gilcroft 23J, that's entry 753. Then we had our mature cow champion, the entry from Manitou, Maine Anjou with Manitou Festival, entry 755. From our purebred heifer calf division, we recognize our champion from Carpathian Land and Livestock of St. Paul, Alberta with Carps Harley's Whiskey Kraz, entry 760. Our reserve purebred heifer calf champion from Blue Sky Maines of Daysland with Miss Ronsko, JOR 60K, that's entry 761. And from our full blood division, our champion in the heifer calf class from Manitou, Maine Anjou of Marsden, Saskatchewan with entry 762, Manitou Classic 18K. And our reserve full blood calf champion from Gilcroft Farms of Ontario with Gilcroft Cali 3K. That was entry 763. So to Judge Casey Phillips, we have our lineup for you, and we're going to have comments on this class just before he declares our champion and reserve.
Yeah, I think we've got some real nice functional type females out here. You know, we're looking for overall balance, soundness, functionality. They got to have some rib shape, some muscle shape, and yet still be attractive as they are show cattle. But I think as breeders, you should be proud you've got some nice females out here and your breed's headed in the right direction. And with that, I'll find my champion and my reserve.
Congratulations to Rasilvia Cattle Company. Your grand champion Maine Anjou female is Miss Rasilvia 7J. Congratulations to Riley and the crew on your champion Maine Anjou female, of course, advancing to the Alberta Supreme, representing the Farm Fair champion. Congratulations, and your reserve will go to the heifer calf. Our class winner was the entry from Carpathian Land and Livestock, the Yaremcos. Congratulations, Emily on halter with Carps Harley's Whiskey Craze, entry 760. We're now going to invite these two champions to head on over to the show champions shop box, where we're going to take a couple of photos before we get into our bull show.
stakes couldn't get any higher, and we're finally growing tired. Day will come in the night with the moon overhead shining bright. Riders on their fatal light, throwing shadows in the night. Way up high in that Minnesota sky, that's where you'll see it by and by. They say it's coming any day, and we're all gone the other way. Gonna live as long as I'm alive. So goodbye, all you cowboys. We rode it down to the end. It's a long hard road that we've been, and we won't be back again. And the time will come and choose, and there's no way you can lose. You'll learn that it really ain't no use, stuck in limbo, the revelation blues. Way up high in that Minnesota sky, that's where you see it by and by. They say it's coming any day, and we're all gone the other way. Gonna live as long as I'm alive. Way up high in that Minnesota sky, that's where you'll see it by and by. They say it's coming any day, and we're all gone the other way. Gonna live as long as I'm alive. Way up high in that Minnesota sky, that's where you'll see it by and by. They say it's coming any day, and we're all gone the other way. Gonna live as long as I'm alive. I said I'm gonna live as long as I'm alive.
Just a reminder to our Maine Anjou exhibitors, we're just waiting on our final pictures over in the show champion shop box, and then we will be ready to go with our purebred bull calf class number 20. So as soon as those pictures are done, we'll be ready to go here in ring number 2.
just a little bit of something, baby, and I fell, believing I'd fly. I found a reason to give you just enough of what you wanted, baby, to find you weren't willing to try.
Are you ready, Ken? Are we waiting for our judge in the reserve pitcher? Okay.
first time you felt just a little bit of something, baby. I felt
Another of our major sponsors is Olds College, transforming agriculture for a better world. Everything we do at Olds College is done to advance all aspects of the agriculture industry. By transforming the agriculture industry, we will make the world a better place. All of our programs and actions align to our social purpose. It is the why behind everything we do. Thank you, Olds College.
if I had a car, we drive down to the ocean. You call it Elmore, and we'd lay out in the sand. And if the sun was shining, I'd cover you in lotion. Talk about the fine things and forget the second hand. Oh, Maria, dance a little closer. Close your eyes and don't say anything. Don't believe the sirens on Figaro. Just listen to Carmelita sing Las Mañanitas, Sweet Maria. If I had a plane, we'd fly to Costa Rica, land atop a mountain, and look down on the world. And I'd learn to speak Spanish, we'd Comita Rica, and everything would vanish that we didn't want in our world. Oh, Maria, dance a little closer, close your eyes, and don't say anything. Don't believe the sirens on Figaro. Just listen to Carmelita sing Las Mañanitas, Sweet Maria. If I wasn't me, I wouldn't blow my money on cocaine mariachi. We could do all that kind of stuff, and maybe I'd never worry that you weren't gonna love me. That I'd wake up and find you burned, 'cause I didn't have enough for you, Maria. Dance a little closer, close your eyes, and don't say anything. Don't believe the sirens on Figaro. Just listen to Carmelita sing Las Mañanitas. Oh, Maria, dance a little closer. Close your eyes, don't say anything. Don't believe the sirens on Figaro. Just listen to Carmelita sing Las Mañanitas, Sweet Maria.
So we're back in show ring number 2 with our class number 20, our purebred bull calf. To Judge Casey Phillips, we have 5 entries in this class. And of course, we have 3 classes that will advance to our champion bull class, our purebred bull calf, full-blood bull calf, and purebred yearling bull.
Tell me, pretty lady, now if you don't give, did you ever really think, did you ever really feel that this was something we'd both show? Was it something we could know? Tell me, little
Alberta Beef Producers represents more than 18,000 beef cattle producers who are stewards of the industry in this province. For producers, by producers. Thank you to Alberta Beef Producers for their contribution to Farm Fair 2022.
if I found what you can't see, would you come back to me? Tell me now, baby, would you come my way if I was a better man? If I could change, I would. But I find I'm at a loss for words, and even when they come, it hurts. What do you want from me? Honey, I can't even breathe. Tell me if I found what you can't see, would you come back to me? Tell me, babe, is this real? Or do I want what you don't feel? If you think that you don't know, try to let me go. Tell me, babe, is this real? Or do I want what you don't feel? If you think that you don't know, try to let me go. 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 Try to let me go.
Bringing the lemon to hard iced tea,
Sorry.
Mike's Hard Iced Tea is a proud partner of Farm Fair International. We're very proud to have Labatt's on board for Farm Fair International 2022.
And we're ready for comments in show ring number 2 from Judge Casey Phillips.
Well, we got a really nice class here to start off the bull show. Right from top to bottom, I really like the bull that wins the class. He's a deep, soggy type individual, sound, functional, really square muscled, square in his hip structure, gets out and moves nice head on that bull. Real good individual to win the class. Really like the second place bull as well, just quite a bit younger than the bull that beats him today, so just gives up a little bit in terms of power and performance. But you know, he's a muscle type bull too. He's got lots of width in his top. I really like the quarter in the bull, nice testicle development for his age. Really good bull in second as well. Third place just gives up a little bit in terms of overall balance, in terms of length of spine. Maybe doesn't travel as good as the top 2 bulls today as well, but a bull that's real functional and solid as well. Then we got 2 larger frame bulls at the bottom of the class, but those bulls, you know, they're You know, if you need to stretch out your cows, those are the bulls for you. They're really long-bodied, they're nice-footed as well, just maybe don't have the muscle pattern as the 3 bulls above them today. But 5 really good individuals out here.
Thank you, Casey. So our bull calf champion is the entry 767 from Russylvia Cattle Company of Derwent, Alberta, with Mr. Russylvia 68K. Our reserve bull calf champion from Rapid Creek Ranch of Wetaskiwin, Alberta, with Rapid Creek Conan 51K. That's entry 764. In third place, entry 766, Pick 6 Flyboy 211K from Pick 6 Cattle of Gull Lake, Saskatchewan. In fourth place, Blue Sky Mains of Daysland with Blue Sky Black Knight JOR 4J. That's entry 765. And in fifth place, entry 768 from Blue Sky Mains of Daysland with Blue Sky Mr. Kenrick JOR 85K at side. Only one entry in this next class, our full-blood bull calf. Single entry, Judge Phillips. This is class 22. And with that, in just a moment's time, we're going to have comments on this single entry class, number 22, full-blood bull calves. Judge Phillips.
We got a nice bull in the single entry class. He's solid, he's got muscle shape to him. You get in behind him, he's got some width in his top, some masculinity just starting now. He's a younger calf, so he's just starting to grow into what he's going to be, and just a really nice, solid individual.
Thank you. So moving off in parade as our champion full-blood bull calf is the entry from Manitou, Maine, Anjou of Marsden, Saskatchewan with entry 769, Manitou's Keystone. Our next class is class number 24. This is also a single entry class. This is our purebred yearling bull. Class number 24, single entry, coming to you next, Judge Phillips, and after that we're going to have our champion bull run. So we'll ask our two marshals, Ken and Brian, to have all of our bulls that have advanced handy, as our next class in will be our champion Maine Anjou bull. And just a reminder for the marshalling area, we will go ahead and do our 3 group classes prior to our championship photos. So our pair of bulls, breeders herd, and progeny of dam will be done prior to taking a break for pictures. So if you are entered in pair of bulls, breeders herd, and progeny of dam, please make sure that you have your entries ringside. They will be following our champion bull class. And with that, we'll have comments on our yearling bull class.
This is a real solid individual. He's the right type. He's soggy, he's thick, he's deep, he's got a really good foot under him, big square hoof. He's really masculine in his makeup, great set of testicles. You know, he's deceiving. He's so deep and thick, you think you need to be a touch longer, but he is long when you really get up there and analyze him. Really wide top, that's a real powerful bull. Congratulations, that's a good one.
your tracks, love. I wish that I am your last love.
So congratulations to our junior champion bull from Rasilvia Cattle Company. That was Mr. Rasilvia We Deliver 39J, exhibited by Rasilvia Cattle Company and the We Deliver Syndicate. That's entry 770. So parading into our Grand Champion Bull class, we have entry 767, who was our purebred bull calf champion, Mr. Rasilvia 68K from Rasilvia Cattle Company. Our reserve purebred bull calf champion went to the entry from Rapid Creek Ranch, Rapid Creek Conan 51K, that's entry 764. Our full-blood bull calf champion from Manitou, Maine, Anjou is Manitou's Keystone. That's entry 769. And of course, from our most recently declared junior champion division, our class winner was the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company and the We Deliver Syndicate with Mr. Rasilvia We Deliver 39J. That's entry 770. Judge Casey Phillips is going to take a few minutes to deliberate on this Grand Champion lineup of Maine Anjous. Of course, our Grand Champion will earn the right to represent the Maine Anjou breed at Alberta Supreme on Saturday. And with that, we're going to have some comments, folks, on his last confirmation class before the group classes.
Well, we got 4 nice, solid individuals out here, all got muscle shape, soundness, functionality. As a breed, you should be real happy with the 4 that are out here. They're all what we need in the beef business. You know, they got to get out and move and sire calves that are going to add some pay weight in the fall, and I think these 4 bulls out here could do it. A little difference in types, so as a breeder, you decide which one you want to use, but I have my 2 favorite out here, so with that, I'll select my grand and then my reserve.
Congratulations to your junior champion. He will represent the Maines as your grand champion. That is Mr. Rasilvia We Deliver 39J. He is your grand champion Maine Anjou, and what a fall he has had. Coming in behind him is our reserve champion bull, brought to you by Rasilvia Cattle Company with Mr. Rasilvia 68K. Congratulations to the Pashulka boys on halter of your champion and reserve. Now we're going to invite our marshals to organize our pair of bulls class to come in next right away. Our pair of bulls. We should have 2 entries in this class. We have an added entry, so there should be 2 entries in pair of bulls. So if you're following along in your show program, this is Class 29 pair of bulls. There is an added entry, so we do have entry 771 from Rasilvia Cattle Company, and our additional entry from Blue Sky Maines of Daysland is our added entry for Judge Casey Phillips. He has declared his pair of bulls champion to be the entry from Rasilvia Cattle Company. So to Riley and Taylor, if you can move out on parade, you will be our champion. I believe there is a beautiful banner and some cashola. Blue Sky Mains will be our reserve pair of bulls. Congratulations to the Ronsko family, our reserve champion pair of bulls. Next class into the ring will be class number 30. This is the Breeders' Herd. Again, we have 2 entries in this class, 2 entries.
The Ram 1500 is honored to receive J.D. Power's Best Driver Appeal among large light-duty pickups in the United States 3 years in a row. Visit your Alberta Ram dealers to drive away in an award winner today.
We're going to do a quick switcheroo. We're going to do Progeny of Dam next. So Progeny of Dam is going to be class 32. Progeny of Dam. We have 1 entry in this class. Progeny of Dam is 1 entry. I say this during most shows, of course, coming from a purebred seed stock operation ourselves, these group classes were our grandma's absolute favorite because it shows some really cool connection between sire groups and cow families. So congratulations to Rasilvia Cattle Company. This is an entry representing Miss Rasilvia Calla 47C, who is the Progeny of Dam in this pair. So congratulations to Rasilvia, taking home the banner for champion Progeny of Dam. Next up, I believe we have our Breeders' Herd. So our next class in will be our final class of the day. We have our two folks ready in the marshalling area. We see 1 group that's ready ringside, 2 entries. Breeders' Herd, of course, has 4 animals. Both sexes must be represented, so you must have a bull and a female, and there must be 4 animals represented. 2 entries are making their way into the ring here in just a moment's time. These Maine Anjou breeders love showing so much that they just don't want their show to end. This last class is just a tough one, so we anticipate that our final class of the day will be coming in shortly. This is, of course, our breeders' herd. Our Breeders' Herd class is now complete with our 2 entries present in the ring. Judge Casey Phillips, I believe, has made his selection. Your 2022 Maine Anjou Breeders' Herd winner goes to the entry from Sylvia Cattle Company. So congratulations to Ken, Riley, Taylor, and Lee on halter with their champion Breeders' Herd. And our reserve champion Breeders' Herd goes to the entry from Blue Sky Maines, the Ronskos, making their Maine Anjou debut. Of course, no stranger to the ring. The Ronskos from Daysland will be your reserve champion Breeders' Herd. We'd also like to congratulate, while they're in the ring, Sylvia Cattle Company for their achievements today. They were also named Premier Breeder and Premier Exhibitor. So congratulations to the Pashulkas. And we want to thank everyone who has tuned in, either ringside or on DLMS, to take part in our Maine Anjou show. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors that contributed for our Maine Anjou show, both the Purebred and Maine Influence. And we will resume in ring number 2 with the Solaire show right at noon.